Hello everybody, Tiffany Solorio here for My Creative Scrapbook. I am super excited to be a guest designer this month. This month's kit is super gorgeous, just like all of the other kits, but I particularly like this one because I am in love with the Prima Amelia Rose paper. If you are not familiar with My Creative Scrapbook kits, be sure to head on over to mycreativescrapbook.com and check it out. They have so many wonderful kits and options for you, so be sure to check it out. I also have a video sharing what is included in this month's kit, so be sure to check it out. I will have it linked in a card in the upper right hand corner, so you can check it out if you want. So I'm taking two of the pattern papers, and I like to cut off what I'm not going to use when I'm doing a layout like this, and then I like to add it to some regular cardstock. That way I have the other pattern paper to use for a later, for another project, so I'm not wasting any. So I used some Prima Marketing adhesive tape. It is super strong, and because I'm going to add a lot of sprays and things, I needed something really strong to hold the paper to the cardstock. So I just wanted to show you guys my daughter's super cute leggings. They have little cats on them. She is obsessed with cats. She's super funny. The funniest thing is we don't even own any cats. She's not even really around any cats. She just loves cats, and I call her the cat lady with no cats because we don't have any cats, but she loves cats. Everything has to do with cats. So I'm actually making this layout for her so she can have it up in her room. And anyways, enough little rambling. I am taking some clear gesso and I am adding a generous amount to the paper, and both sides. I do it to both sides. I am showing you that I paint this chipboard piece with some metallic soft satin Art Alchemy acrylic paint from Prima. I end up not actually using this chipboard piece after I realized that I covered it all up, but I just wanted to show because the soft satin color is super gorgeous, but I end up not using the chipboard piece. I am taking the Hampton Art stencil, which is super cool. I've never seen a stencil like this. It's sticky on the back, and it's a little bit more, a little bit flimsier, which is kind of cool for different techniques. And I'm just taking it. I do kind of tap it on my hand a little bit so that a little bit of the stickiness gets off. Just I didn't want it to rip the paper because it is pretty sticky. So I'm taking some light paste and just adding it with a silicone brush. This brush is from Finnabair. I get asked all the time, and I always forget to say what the brush is because, sometimes when you make tons of videos, you say it in one video and then you think, oh, I don't have to say it again. But it's a silicone brush from Finnabair. I love them. There's two different sizes, and I tend to use a smaller one more often, but I wanted the paste to be, behind the picture. And then so I add a little bit on the left side as well on the pinkish pattern paper. So I had a little bit of the soft satin acrylic paint left on my paintbrush. And after the light paste dried, I'm just kind of lightly going over it just so that the light paste isn't, so white anymore. I wanted it just to kind of blend a little bit better into the paper. So what I'm doing here is I'm just adding some splatters. I watered down the soft satin acrylic paint, and then I just added some splatters. And then I take some distress spray in Picket fence, and I'm adding more splatters. And then I decided I wanted it to be more splotchy. I don't even know if that's a word, but sometimes us crafters make up our own words. So I took the acrylic paint and I kind of splotched it on, and then I took some black gesso and did the same, more like splotches rather than splatters, if that makes sense. And sometimes I have a hard time coming up with technical terms to what I do. It's just tapping on the paint. So I am now taking the chipboard piece, which again, in the end, I take everything off because I use a liquid glue. I'm able to do that. And then I end up not using it in the end so that I save it for something else. But anyways, I am now taking all of the embellishments in my photo. I cut out a ton of the flowers from the paper, and I'm using some of the ephemera pieces as well as some flowers here and there, and I'm just kind of placing them down to see where I want them, and then I'll start gluing them down. So I don't really have a lot of explanation for this. This is pretty self-explanatory. I just play around with placement and then glue them down. And so I'm going to play a little bit of music and I will be back shortly. have all of my embellishments down, I'm taking some gesso and dry brushing on some gesso to all of the flowers and some of the embellishments. And just to kind of tie everything together, I feel that it just brings everything together when I do this. And then I am going to be taking some of the sequins and adding them on with some glossy accents. And this tool I'm using is called a quick stick. I will have it linked down below if you are interested. I love it. I think this is my second one, but I use it all the time for things like this. It makes it simple to kind of pick the little things up and then add a little bit of glue and then put it back down. So just love this tool. And I'm not a huge fan of gold, like gold sequins or sequins really in general, but I felt, because I know Abby is, so she saw this already, this layout, and she absolutely loves it. She can't wait for me to frame it and put it up in her room. So I finish off the layout with some more splatters. You can't have too much splatters. Well, according to me. To some people, I do too much, but this is again the Distress Spray Stain in Picket Fence, and I just wanted to kind of tie everything together. And then I'm just showing you a little up close, and that is going to complete this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. You could share it on social media, and make sure you check out mycreativescrapbook.com. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and in just a second you will see a couple more videos you might enjoy, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.